Into an order by Florida's highest court. The Florida Supreme Court has dissolved its Standing Committee on Fairness and Diversity, and they got rid of a mandatory diversity training. The court rules they're unnecessary, but some lawyers fear the move will hurt people of color. On your side, Renata Gregorio joins us live with details. Good morning, Renata.
Good morning, Keitha. Well, before a judge could work in a courthouse like this one, they would have to go through this diversity and fairness training. Not anymore. And though the Supreme Court says that those topics will be covered, a group of lawyers fears that it won't be enough.
Why get rid of the committee?
Ernest Chang is the president of the Florida Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers, which is urging the Florida Supreme Court to reinstate the Standing Committee on Fairness and Diversity. Chang fears nixing it will hurt people of color in the courtroom. His example:
the white defendant got a good break, and the black defendant immediately following, very similar charges, very similar background, was punished significantly more severely. And the judge, on his own, said, I'm not going to take this plea. And I think that is an example of potentially where this diversity training educates the judges.
Chief Justice Carlos Muñiz writes in the new administrative order, quote, the court recently adopted policy and rule changes that emphasize the foundational principles of civility, due process, and equal justice under law as part of ethics-related continuing judicial education. He goes on to write the Florida Judicial College will provide non-discrimination training, and the committee, quote, risks inconsistency and duplication of efforts. Governor Ron DeSantis appointed 4 of the 7 Supreme Court justices and is working to restrict diversity, equity, and inclusion programs in higher education. But Nick Seabrook with the University of North Florida does not think there's a connection due to an ongoing dispute between the court and American Bar Association over diversity issues.
I wouldn't say that there's a direct connection other than the fact that this is kind of the hot political topic.
We asked the Florida Supreme Court's Public Information Office about the timing of the administrative order. We'll talk more about that and what their answer was in the next half hour here on GMJ. Reporting live in Duval County, Renata Gregorio, First Coast News, on your side.